Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Attack on Titan Special 2. So we are here to, and this is it. As far as I'm aware, this is all that's left of Attack on Titan. Now, if this somehow feels like it ends on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, oh shit, there's more, I'll obviously be recording that. But as far as I know, this is it. So, yeah, I'm not really ready for the show to be over. I actually started watching a reaction to the beginning of the show again and everything, and it's crazy some of the things that are like said and shown that kind of like can foreshadow some of the things that happen in the future and things that you just like were so confused at the start that, you know, you weren't able to pick up. I can't remember exact details. My memory is terrible. I just watched it like I think it was today or yesterday. I saw an episode where uh Eren said something that you assume he's just talking about the Titans outside of the wall, and that's what he thinks he's talking about too. But it could really mean like the other people that are outside the walls and stuff like that. What's these? Oh, so sorry. But yeah, it was just like I don't know. I don't even know if like the author even really intended it at that point to mean that. I mean, maybe he did, but yeah. So it's just really interesting going through the show again, and especially just seeing young Eren and how like emotional and passionate he is. And don't get me wrong, he's still emotional. Like we saw him crying over that kid and what he had to do and everything as well. But he is a lot more like calm and not just constantly emotional, right? So, either way, we have Falco who thinks he can fly, so we'll see how that works. Annie can, apparently, as the female Titan, consume parts of other Titans and gain their traits and stuff, so can she, like, consume part of him and, like, fly too? Is that the plan? Or is she planning on eating someone else when they get to the battle? Like, is Falco gonna carry her? And then she's gonna eat someone else when they get to the battlefield? I don't know, they have some kind of plan, but we are fighting Eren. Maybe that backup force will come. Who knows? I'm sure it will. I'm sure they're not setting that up for nothing. And we get to see how this wraps up. Do we talk Eren down, or do we have to kill him, or how do they decide to end this show? And how much aftermath do we get to see? Do we get to see like the characters doing more with their lives as they go forward? Like past this point, forging like alliances with other countries and trying to like mend fences with what people think are island devils and try to like change public opinion's mind, like, or I don't know, or does everyone die and Eren wins? Who knows? So let's jump into this and watch, shall we? We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so we're recapping a little bit. Damn. That's crazy that his like foothold for doing his pitching move is like the Warhammer goop, It's like you would think you'd need something more supporting, but like it's so weird to think about like trying to control like the goop to move with the foot movement. I'm so glad we're getting some cool ODM moves again. We had some of those moments in, I think it was like earlier in season 4 where is he still getting the hang of it? Well, he doesn't need to anymore, I guess. Can it function when it's separated from the goop? Alright, I think we're nearly caught up. Man. You know, I really liked that soldier guy. Whatever rank he may be. But him talking about, like, this is their anger returning. Hmm. Damn. Chapter 3. The Battle of Heaven and Earth. Oh, that's a title. Okay. Ymir. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. I was gonna say. Hmm. Uh-oh. Damn. Oh, why are you gonna tentacle down his throat? Why are you gonna do that to Armin? What the fuck? Well, that's unfortunate. He crash landed. Did he live? Oh, people came out to help him. Hmm. Whoa. Cool. It's like a like crazy forms. That was like almost Attack Titan, but not quite. Or Eren's Attack Titan, I should say. He can just make soldiers out of goop. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean that Eren is a little scared of Armin's ability, so it probably can't hurt him. Whoa. Wow. That's cool. She gonna blow him? I don't know if she can because he hasn't consumed. Or he can. I want to see the other Cart Titan forms. Ah, shit. No, come on. I don't know what I want to happen, but I don't want her to fail after coming this far. That's the full-on Warhammer. Yeah, that's Galliard. So he doesn't have to consume to have the form. It's a whole bunch of different Jaw Titans. That's so crazy that it's in the forms of, like, the forms of all, like, the past ones. For you. Man, he can still move, despite his wounds. Frickin' Levi, man. Jeez. God damn. Damn, fired 3! And aimed him perfectly to hit all 3. God damn. To be fair, my first thought of the tentacle thing going down Armin's throat was just weird anime shit, but it's probably keeping him from biting his tongue to transform. So it kind of makes sense. Hmm. Come on, Armin. If anyone can think his way out of this. Oh, Burhole. Interesting. Oh, shit! That's crazy. They even made the colossal. Shit! That's not good. I think he could still be alive. But I don't know. It depends on where the teeth bit down, I guess. Jeez, kind of slammed him into your own bones there, Eren. Man, imagine just being a normal human, just trying to do this. Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna say. Well, that's not good. Saying we're scouts too, even after everything that happened. Damn, Levi. Oh no! Okay, he still had his leg. I was gonna say, is Levi gonna lose more limbs? He's already lost fingers. Oh, it came from behind them. I was gonna say, what the fuck kind of Ackerman blood does she have that just gave her wings? Yeah, well, they got the wings alright. Jesus. Okay. I still don't fully understand how it worked, but... Whoa, really? Oh... Damn. She's in it now. Mikasa, man, you gotta, at some point... I know you hate it, Mikasa, but... Yeah. What are you gonna do? Just fight him forever until you die, so that way you don't kill him? I mean, I get it. I get her connection to him, especially because I just rewatched the beginning and got. I mean, I remembered all those scenes anyway, but they're gonna help man a couple cannons. God damn it, guys. Even in this moment, you can't get over it. Where's the leader guy? Yep. There we go. No, he's not gonna shoot at him. Did he kill his own people? For being stupid? I don't know. They got freaking bows. Jeez. Not gonna lie, this is not how I expected the fight to go. Oh man. Did John fix his like defective oh god peak? Oh shit, well. Guess she had another transformation in her. Oh fuck! Oh my god, she can do it again! How many times? Damn, really? I mean, she can stay in her form. She just keeps yeeting. She Crazy that she just keeps getting cleanly yeeted out of there. Hmm. What? They just have a different name for it, I guess? I don't know. I don't even know. Is that an actual name for a thing? What's an okapi? Hmm. Oh. Seeing Hanji again. Damn. Ah. Oh, Flinger! Oh my god! That's crazy. Ah, shielding. Oh, her blade. She has a few more. Oh, that's not good though. Hmm. Did it just go around her and not trample her? Damn. Maybe some cannon shots from the village will help. The fort. Damn. God damn. It's like his body's failing him, but he still has his like mind and his intellect, and his mind and his intellect is what has always helped him, but he's never been the most physically strong, and he's like frustrated at that. Oh, the giraffe. Man. Look at all the people. Oh, he tried to save. Oh, they're trying to save the baby. Humanity coming together, despite them all pushing each other and trying to save themselves, are also still cherishing that little bit of human life. Oh, interesting. Some of the founders' sand. Oh, okay. Hmm. Is he gonna try to talk to Ymir, or is he gonna? Oh shit! Well, hello Zeke. Can he? Can they communicate? Hmm. Shit. Chapter 4. All right. A long dream. We had that whole thing in episode 1. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Zeke and his obsession with a lot of pessimistic talk, I suppose. Deliberately. Hmm. Uh, baseball. Oh, he's seeing what should drive you forward. The enjoyment in life. It's like in the sea of sand, he's found his one reason to move forward. Finding the meaning in life. Oh shit. Damn. Okay. We're gonna get a conversation with them? Seeing friggin' Ymir again is crazy. Whoa! Why? What? Did did the previous people take their bodies back? Did they like hijack the forms that Eren created? Damn, that's crazy. Nice. Gabby. God damn, that's a big ass sniper. Nice. Oh, he's... Oh, he's hurt. But it might not be the right spot to do it. Nice, nice. Alright. That's an armored. Yeah. Hi, Levi. It's crazy. He just pops out. Hey! That's Grisha's, right? Hmm. See? Alright, Zeke's changing a little bit. It's a little bit of a mixed. A little bit of him saying like, I want to save people, but I would have wanted to be born again. Damn. Jeez. I mean, I guess it has to be done, huh? Ooh, okay. So what happens? Do they... The color comes back to everyone. Jeez, they were so close. Oh, the song. Now that he lost the rumbling, will we be able to talk to Eren, or is it... Suicidal maniac? Oh, It's like, yeah, it's the original thing that gave the power of the Titans. Damn. They did work together. Well, look at that one. Jeez. You know what I was thinking about rewatching season 1? Can they, like, choose not to be a nuke? Because, like, when Berthold appeared to kick in the wall, he didn't just nuke the area like that. Or did they just change how that Titan works later on in the show? Hmm. I feel like there's more. Hmm. Damn. Yep, he's still alive. Alright. We don't even know what happened with the gunshots. This thing again. Yeah, this is the... What the heck? What the heck? The Attack Titan? Ooh. That's a bit of a different form. He just... So they, like, they still have the Titan powers that it gifted, but they don't have the connection to all the Eldians, I guess. And the rumbling and all that. Man, we barely ever got to see Armin's Colossal. Oh, got the steam. Air. You look so fucked up, Annie. Just kidding. Sorry. Regenerating? Oh. Is it about to turn everyone? That's not good. Fuck, man. Everyone's family. Fuck, dude. Gabby's down there too. Fuck. Annie just got reunited with her dad. No! I didn't realize they were down there too. Fuck, dude. Interesting. Ignored them? Maybe it's just being controlled to go fight. Oh, is it taking one of the forms? Is it gonna go into one of them? Or is it going after... Oh... Is there any chance we can utilize the power of the Founder one more time to save him? Probably not. Damn, he's got... I didn't realize that Eren was colossal size. He hasn't even consumed a colossal. His mom. Oh, it's got blood. Wait, they set up the idea that if Annie consumes, can she get some aspects of the Founder if she eats some of it? Damn. A long dream. Oh, man. Hmm. Damn. So this is like a. Hmm. Like a different time where things were a little different. That was her whole thing in the past of wanting to remember him. Oh shit. You know, like back when he first transformed into a Titan, back when she thought he was dead, she was gonna give up, but then she wanted to live so she could remember him. She put it back on. She's gonna be the one to do it. Man, is it really just gonna come down to killing him to stop him? Oh. Ah! Fight through the pain. Damn. Is that it? Back to this. Is it she? Yep, she's kissing his decapitated head. I've always like understood final chapter toward the tree on the hill. Damn. I've always understood the idea of like kissing like dead ones goodbye and stuff like that. But there is a part of me that's always like, that's a corpse, you know? Hmm. Hmm. Weird that they're talking as kids. Hmm. So was that his... Hmm. Was that his plan the whole time? Was to have them win and... You know... Right. Yeah. Hmm. Despite everything. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. So not just killing Eren, Mikasa does something else from here that saves Ymir? Hmm. Damn. Really? Shit. So he sent the Titan after his mom to save Berthold, essentially? Oh, damn. Armin's like, oh shit. Damn. He's trying to bottle it and keep it to himself. sea of blood. Jeez, yeah. Like the footprints of the rumbling. Damn. Huh. Interesting. So wait, well I guess time is all kinds of shenanigans in this. Everyone's a slave to something. Is there like some kind of chance he gets convinced here and we roll back the clock? I can't imagine that like defeat the whole purpose of the last two things we watched. The last like 3, 4 episodes. Hmm. Ugh. Hmm. What did he just pull out of the blood water? Hmm. Ah, the shell they found in the ocean. The beauty of the world. Must save Mikasa and Armin. Oh. Shit. So how does... So he just got those memories back. Oh! That was that... Interesting. So he's had those memories for a bit now, but what does that mean? Also, if he's supposed to die too to go with Eren, does he kill himself, or... Because he's alive right now. Oh... Man, that voice acting. Oh... Whoa. They're back. Oh, wow. Damn, so the power of the Titans is gone? So that means they'll live longer than their time limit. Ooh. Uh... Ah... They're all saluting. Kind of that approval he was seeking. Like, is this what you guys wanted? Man, I almost like lost it hard with Jean and oh Sasha. I almost lost it hard with them getting turned. Kind of glad I didn't now because they are okay. Oh, yeah, she realized her mistakes. He was so scared to tell her too because he knows how much that meant to her. The tree at the top of the hill. Yeah. What? Is Rhina gonna pull some shit? Alright, Armin. Become the hero. Hmm. Alright. Maybe she felt like a kinship to Mikasa. With Mikasa, like, both of them loving people who came into power and use that power to hurt a lot of people, you know? Is this Historia? Uh, hmm. Trying to rebuild. Well, that family again. Sasha's family. Hmm. He's always had a thing for her. Hmm. Uh. So where does Historia... Historia still looked like she was a leader, but is she leading the Jaegerists, or is she just another puppet king like they had before? Is that Levi? Oh. Oh man. I didn't realize he completely lost that eye. Onion Capone lived. Nice. I mean, I know they said he was alive after he fell out of the plane, or after the plane crash. Birdies. Hmm. The leaves. Man, seeing it without any walls. Aww. They never even got to, you know, they spent a lot of time together, but they never got to spend the time together as a couple, you know? Don't you dare. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, we get to see them going to the grave. Damn, man. Mikasa going to visit. Hmm. I wonder who that was. Or is that... That might have been Mikasa getting a little older and being with someone, you know? It looks like she was... She might have ended up with someone later on. And then it looks like they went back and she was really old. It's actually really sad. Was that also her? It looked like the scarf passing away. No one's coming to visit anymore, huh? Whoa! Yeah, the grave's not even there anymore. Jesus! Jesus! What a... Although, I guess... War War never ends, huh? Damn. Just seeing his grave with a bunch of bullets around it. Jeez. Yup. I mean, that sucks, man. Like, that's so, like, dark, man. Like, just the cycle of violence and the cycle of war just never ends. Like, no matter what they did to try and prevent it, everything falls, you know? Just that same tree. Oof. Everything's a cycle. Yikes! There's no chance they're gonna, like, do more, right? That is it, guys, officially for Attack on Titan. Wow. Yeah, no, like, they... I'm not gonna lie, they left it open with that kid walking into the tree is reminiscent to Ymir walking into the tree. And we know what happened then, right? But... And then it's also crazy that it looks like like things developed so far, like technology progressed so far, and then they ended up nuking each other and maybe reverting all the way back to where we were with parody, you know, like maybe it went all the way back to that technology level again or something, we don't know, but you know, we had that one kid just roaming around very nomadic like and stuff. Like, is that how most people are after everyone just dropped bombs on each other or whatnot? But man, what an ending. Like, honestly, I'm not sure that I expected Eren to die. But I gotta give props to the show that he stuck to his guns and he stuck to his goals the whole time, and just a few words and a few conversations with his friends didn't just solve everything like it does in a lot of shows, you know? So it was really interesting. Um like, don't get me wrong, I'm sad he died. I would have liked to see him live and live a life with Mikasa and stuff like that, because they never really got to have that happiness. They never really got to, you know, from a young age, it was fight, 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 kill all the Titans, get outside the walls. And then as we learned more, it was, you know, our enemies across the ocean and we're never going to be free of it. And kind of like what Armin said is like the beauty of the world has been right in front of us all along. We just couldn't see it. He was so he was so distracted by the negativity of the world and things like that that he couldn't look past it and see the beauty. And he was so, you know, ever since he gained this power to be able to see the future and see the past, it was all jumbled up in his head. And he talked about how, like, he had a hard time, like, separating it and unraveling it, and that's why he turned into a much more, like, low affect kind of personality, where he still had emotion and everything, but he was just stuck in his own head with his own thoughts and all these things that he couldn't say to other people because they wouldn't understand. And then he combed, it's like, it sounded like he combed through, like, the future to see, like, what, I don't know if the way he worded it almost made it sound like he combed through multiple, like, futures, right? I could be wrong, but it did sound like he tried to, like, find a future that worked out the best for his friends, and this is what he came up with, that killing 80% of the population and then having them kill him and stopping the power of the Titans, which also allowed all the Titan holders to live past their deadline and live a longer life and everything, was the best solution that he could come up with. And it basically reduced the world all to parity level of technology, which allowed parity to grow along with the rest of the world, because that was one of the problems with parody, is it always lagged behind. So any kind of war that was coming, they would never be ready, because they're 100 years behind technology of the outside world and everything. And in 100 years, might not even be able to catch up. You might never be able to catch up, because then the other nations are progressing while they're trying to play catch up. And so the his plan was to reduce the world down to parity level, and then make some of the people from parody heroes that they could then try to use that to negotiate and be kind of like the Tiber family and try and save parody. In the end, we did see it being bombed. Now, I have no idea, and like other battles that took place and everything. Now, I have no idea if those end scenes were supposed to be like, hey, there was still animosity to these devil bloods of this island, or by that many years passing, do people not even think of it that way? Maybe it's just war, that's the thing, is war is gonna happen regardless of. That's just a part of humanity, which sucks. I hate it. Like, I'm a big advocate for peace. I think war is stupid, and I don't think it solves anything. I understand that sometimes you need to defend your homeland and you need to fight back, and I'm not one of those like pure like what's the term? I can't think of the term right now for some reason. But like, I get kind of like what, in Vinland Saga, we had Thorfinn try and like do absolutely no fighting, but he found like sometimes he did have to fight to defend the people that he cared about in his life. Doesn't mean that he had to kill, and he can try to do it, in the most peaceful way possible, but things like that just happen, and you gotta defend the people that you care about. But man, but I'm definitely not for trying to like demonize a whole group of people and take them out just out of the fear that maybe they'll take you out and things like that. I think there's better ways to solve the problems and defend yourself, but also not just actively go out and try to massacre a group of people because you're scared of them. So, but yeah, crazy way that ended. Now, I guess going through, man, like, having the ending make some of the stuff earlier in the episode not matter as much to me anymore, But I do want to talk about some of the things, like having the forms of the old holders was really cool, and then utilizing that by having everything be connected and stuff like that to be able to bring back Ymir, Galliard, Bertholdt, Grisha, all these people from the past who were able to take over those forms and help fight back was really cool. Obviously, Falco coming in with his bird form was awesome as well. That moment where it makes you think that Mikasa just like sprouted wings or some Ackerman crazy bullshit superpower stuff. Like, I don't know, there was like a brief moment where I was like, did she get wings? And I was like, wait, no, there's no way, like, that'd be ridiculous. Like, I can accept some, like, weird enhanced strength from some kind of bloodline thing going on there, but, like, also having, like, the ability to sprout wings seems ridiculous. But yeah, that was just a really pretty cool entrance and all that, so. And we had, like, the cart transforming a ton. We've known that the cart's been known for its, like, endurance, being able to stay in cart form for a long time, but I guess as long as her body stays intact, she's able to transform hundreds of times, which is just crazy that she's able to do that. But, they talked about, like, Ymir escaping fear and Ymir's love towards, like, I was questioning why Mikasa is the one to, like, help Ymir and everything, but by the end, I think it made me realize that, like, going back to her loving Fritz regardless of making her a slave and all the things that Fritz did to her, I mean, the way I see it from modern knowledge, I feel like she had like a form of Stockholm syndrome, but I don't know. I can't, I'm not her. I can't judge her feelings, but I can't imagine truly loving someone that is capable of treating people the way that he treated people, but I don't know, maybe she did somehow love him, but uh but the way that she was connected to, like, granted, I don't think there was a bone in uh Fritz's body that cared for people, he just wanted to war and dominate and conquer and stuff like that. I could be wrong, but I don't know that he cared about anything. So I mean, I do compare Fritz to Eren, but Eren did everything he did to help his friends and his family and stuff, whereas I feel like everything Fritz did was for himself. At least that very past Fritz, that, obviously the one that ran away and tried to make a peaceful island, that's fine, but the one that Ymir was in love with didn't seem that way. But they were both people who used the power that they were given to war and conquer and kill people and stuff. So maybe that's why Ymir and Mikasa had this connection, is because Ymir saw a little bit of herself in Mikasa. So, yeah. Also, man, it's been a while since I saw that Ymir flashback. Was it Ymir that ended up killing him, or was it someone else? If it was Ymir that ended up killing him, then that's also like another reason for their connection, is because Mikasa was the one that ended up having to kill Eren, and Ymir had to kill her lover too. So, but oh man. Yeah, it's also crazy that Eren sent, so like, in order for the future to play out the way that, yeah, because that would have been kind of crazy if Grisha's first wife, the one that ate Eren's mom, would have consumed Bertholdt like he said she was going to. She was a royal blood, which means that she would have gained the power. I guess that's still not the founding Titan, though, technically, right? Like, she would have gained the power of the Colossal regardless of having founder blood. I guess that's still technically, but she would have reverted to being a person again, and then that would have been another royal blood person walking around, and it could have messed with his future, you know? So, like, in order to save Bertholdt, so that way Armin could be eventually the one to become the Colossal by consuming Bertholdt. I guess that's the other thing, is if Bertholdt was already consumed, when, there's a chance that when, well, okay, no, that's like, I can't go down that rabbit hole. I gotta stop. I'm going down this rabbit hole of, like, would Armin not be able to be saved, but Armin originally died because of Bertholdt, which means that Armin might not have, or not died, but, like, got super burnt and had to then consume, Bertholdt. I was gonna, like, go down this whole rabbit hole, but then he wouldn't have been hurt in the first place, so, let's just avoid going down that rabbit hole. But either way, regardless, Eren saw something that we didn't, that judged that Bertholdt had to live in that moment for things to play out the way that he wanted, and then so he had to redirect that Titan to something other than Bertholdt, and I guess maybe the closest thing he could have done was his own mother, or maybe because he saw the future, he knew that for everything to go this way, his mother had to die or whatnot. But can you imagine having to be the one to send the Titan to kill your own mother for the future to play out the way that you want it to? It's crazy. Man, I said it during the reaction, but I almost broke when it came to Jean and Connie. just as soon as we, like, found out the smoke is gonna do what it's gonna do, it's gonna turn everyone into Titans, and then it just cuts to Jean and Connie, like, with their arms around each other and everything, and I didn't realize that they were down there in that mist right away. I was so focused on, like, Gabi and the parents and everyone having their reunion and everything that it's all gonna be, like, interrupted. But man, I shed a couple tears, but I didn't, like, completely break down, but I was close. And like I said, I'm kind of glad I didn't now because it did all get reverted. I did have that hope. I said it during the reaction where I was like, maybe there's some way that this gets, like, someone gets the power of the founder. Maybe Annie, like, eats some of that thing and gets some of the power or something and can revert them all. I don't know, but did I misunderstand that scene? Didn't they say that the female Titan has the power to consume others and gain some of their traits, yet they brought it up, yet we never, like, saw it come into play? I don't know. Unless I misunderstood that whole scene and they really meant something else, but yeah. I mean, I do want to take some time to talk about, like, Attack on Titan as a whole. It's such a crazy show because a lot of shows don't break the status quo. You know, you have, like, the way the world works and you always revert back to the way that, you know, despite, like, crazy shit that happens, you know, it's like you have like Naruto, for example. Like, sure, there are some, like, big shifts in Naruto, but you have them, like, go out on these crazy, like, world-ending missions or whatever at some points, and then they just go back to the Leaf Village and go back to their normal lives and stuff like that. But Attack on Titan was pretty crazy with its, like, the status quo was kind of, they're trapped within these walls, there's things outside the walls eating them, and we keep trying to fight against them, you know? But then at some point you just break out of that and they're all dead on the island, and now the enemy are just other people, and it really changed the whole dynamic of the show. Like, the tail end of the show feels so different than what the first, like, 2 seasons feel like, you know? And they did such a good job with the mysteries and being like, oh, these titans are just mindless crazy things. Like, what are these, like, colossal in armor? Like, do they have more sentience? Like, are the colossal titans actually people, or are they just like a race amongst themselves, and some of them have intelligence and some don't, or, you know? And it's like, oh, then you find out that they are people, and it's like, holy shit. And then you find out there's titans in the wall, and you're like, holy shit, you know? And, like, just the more you learn, and then you learn that there's a whole outside world that exists, and the only people suffering this threat, like, you think this is like an apocalyptic situation for humanity. Really, it's just a punishment bestowed upon this island, and you really learn, and the world expands, and, you know, it's kind of crazy. But and just, like, how much Eren evolved too. Like, sometimes characters stay the same with their same dreams intact through the whole show until they achieve them. But, you know, we have Eren who just evolved so much as a character from being this, like, over-emotional child to maturing a little bit when he got older, but still having his drive and ambition, to then getting older and, you know, being able to know the future and everything. He kind of lost all of his drive and ambition because he sees how everything began and he sees how everything ends, and he just can't, like, have passion the way that he used to. The idea, I know I'm kind of jumping back to this episode, but the idea that he spoke to all of them and then erased their memory until, I don't know, it almost felt like Armin, oh, you know what? No, I think I get it now. I thought Armin got his memory back on the boat, but what I think it was is on the boat is when Eren talked to him and then made him forget. And then as soon as he was decapitated, that's when he got the memory back. Because Eren said, like, when I'm dead, you'll get the memory back. And I was like, well, wait, it felt like he got the memory, like, the way it was portrayed, I thought he was getting the memory back on the boat. but I was mistaken there. He actually got the memory back after Eren died. That was where the conversation actually happened, is when they were on the boat, and he lost that memory. But it seems like he talked to everybody too. Also, I think that little moment in the like cabin where like a future that could have happened, you know, of Mikasa and Eren together, I think that might have been Mikasa's like conversation with him. I didn't like put that together right away. Well, I put it together right away as soon as the one with Armin happened, but while it was happening with Mikasa, I didn't realize that's what was going on, you know? I thought it was just like a dream or something, but wishful thinking and stuff. But yeah, it seems like he talked to Jean and everyone, really. Everyone that he was close to, and kind of explained what his plans were. But yeah, crazy show, man. It definitely dialed it up to 11 with just the mystery and the craziness, and trying to figure out everything that's going on and why it's happening, and everything early on. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I think that's it for Attack on Titan. So if there's ever more stuff, you know, like we had that one kid walking in at the end, I don't think they're gonna do more with it. I think that was just, I think, like, obviously, as far as I know, Attack on Titan is done. I was just thinking, you know, you never know with media these days. Sometimes they love to try to bring back popular things to capitalize off that popularity, you know? So if they really wanted to, we could see the next cycle that has repeated itself, you know? But I think that's really just what that ending bit was about, is that history just repeats itself. So we have all these wars, we have this destruction, and now we have this kid walking into this tree where he might find, if there is anything left of like that Titan power, he could find it, you know. Maybe it was just severely hurt, retreated back underground like it did before, and over these, like, you know, 10, 50, 100, 200 years, or however long it was, or 1,000 years, or who knows how long it took to develop to that point, and then all of it crash and all that. But maybe it was able to regenerate itself and wait for the next person to come and discover it, you know. But yeah, very interesting. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description should be popping up on the screen. There's not more for Attack on Titan, but there's some other content on there you can check out. But my reactions are coming to an end, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and maybe I'll be back someday with a new format and everything. But until then, see you guys later. Bye.